Ready?
Okay, so continuing our series on the KG 1.2 that customer sent for rebuild, I just want to do some basic terminology on what the crossover is and what we're doing with it. So I have our schematic here, and we include the schematic when you do a rebuild kit. This is a gold rebuild kit that the customer ordered, so here are the capacitors we're going to be putting on. And here's the crossover board, and this is a printed circuit board. The printed circuit board is non-conductive on the top. This is a single layer board for those of you keeping score. Non-conductive on the top. The bottom has copper that's coated, so it's not conductive except where the coating is removed. And then the leads go through from the top to the bottom and are soldered here. So when we rebuild, we'll be desoldering on the bottom, and we'll pull it apart through, putting new part in, and then resoldering on these connections on the solder pads. We call these traces. With these traces, you can think of them like wires. So when you look at the schematic, you're kind of looking at a wire, a connection between two places as you look at these leads. We have our input leads, we have our woofer leads, we have our tweeter leads here on the side. And just for basic component understanding of what we have here, so we have a 1 millihenry inductor in the woofer circuit. That's this part right here. We also have a 20 microfarad capacitor in the woofer circuit, which is right here. We'll be replacing it. There is a 2 millihenry inductor here, and this is actually a ferrite core inductor. This is iron ferrite. There is a 25 microfarad inductor, or capacitor rather. And then there is a 10 ohm resistor in the woofer circuit. So these components here, this one, and this one, comprise the woofer circuit. On the input circuit, we have a 5 ohm resistor, which is right here. We have a 5 microfarad capacitor and an 8 microfarad capacitor. And then there's a 250 microhenry or 0.250 millihenry inductor in the tweeter circuit. And so we're going to be replacing on the crossover just these 4 components: this capacitor, this one, and this one. And those are here. You might notice these are a lot larger, so you'll want to check in on that rebuild so you see how we handle the fact that there is a size difference and we can stack parts a little bit when you do this rebuild yourself.